with their education.
Marlin says the Department of Corrections' #1 goal while Kilpatrick is on parole is to make sure the former mayor's approximately $860,000 in restitution is paid.
When he interviewed with the parole board, what did he describe what his income would be?
Well, he said he would be self-employed, and he was looking at doing speaking engagements and consulting.
Marlin says Kilpatrick told the parole board that he knows he's too much of a negative distraction for any company that might hire him, so Kilpatrick plans to start his own business.
Did he tell the parole board about the book?
No.
How did he write a book while in prison without you guys knowing about it?
Well, you know, the parole board member who interviewed him, and I sat in on that interview, didn't ask specifically about the book, but we, you know, wouldn't know about the book, and so he didn't volunteer the information, but it's not like he was asked a question and deceived the board.
The parole board ordered Kilpatrick to comply with all court orders, and he must have a structured restitution payment plan. Standard prisoner parole conditions state that parolees cannot travel outside the state, and they can't associate with convicted felons without permission. It's not clear yet whether Kilpatrick will receive special permission to communicate with his longtime friend Bobby Ferguson. The controversial contractor is now Kilpatrick's co-defendant in the federal racketeering case, and Ferguson is also a convicted felon. Marlin says Kilpatrick will have to get special permission from his Fort Worth parole agent to travel for his speaking engagements and to return to Michigan for his many upcoming court dates. Macomb County is now suing the former mayor and his co-defendants for $25.5 million, claiming they overcharged the county for work on a sewer repair project. And Kilpatrick is still waiting to see whether the multi-million-dollar Tamara Green lawsuit will go to trial. But Kwame Kilpatrick's biggest fight is still ahead. In September of 2012, he'll go to trial on federal tax, fraud, and racketeering charges. Kilpatrick's lawyer, Jim Thomas, says, don't make any assumptions about his clients.
There's a long way between now and then. And as long as I'm here, I'm going to stand up for the presumption of innocence. I think that that's my job, but it's also, it's a constitutional right of Mr. Kilpatrick. And Mr. Kilpatrick has his side of the story. Once the jury decides, then we'll figure out whether or not he's guilty or not guilty.
If Kwame Kilpatrick's book sales and speaking engagements bring in enough money to pay off his restitution before his parole ends, the parole board could release him early from supervision. They could also extend his parole if he doesn't pay back the city of Detroit. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Heather Catallo, Channel 7 Action News.